What is going on? You are now aware that it is time for some PTCGO coming at you on the Puzzles Network with a Weezing Sableye deck. Today we're pissed off, and we're going to make our opponents mad too with this deck, looking to disrupt and stall our opponent, take away some damage, and then come in swinging with the Sableye to take some big knockouts. So we're going to be looking to start off with the Koffing and Weezing for the neutralizing gas ability. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's Pokemon in play have no abilities except for neutralizing gas. So that's going to be shutting off all the Drizzile and Teleons out there, denying our opponents the opportunity to search their deck for supporter cards. Also going to be shutting off VMAX abilities and anything that is not neutralizing gas. We also have the severe poison attack here for 1 dark energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 4 damage counters instead of 1 on that Pokemon during Pokemon checkup, which is great because then we're going to be trying to switch out into our Sableye for the Crazy Claws attack. 2 dark energy doing 10 damage and 60 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So with just 4 damage counters on there, we're going for 250 damage. So we can get a lot of damage going quickly, really, with just, with just 2 ticks of that severe poison, everything is dying, and with 1, almost everything is dying. So devastating combo if we can pull it off. We're playing a 3-2 line of Umbreon here for the ability on the VMAX Dark Signal. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with one of their active. It's going to allow us to pick and choose who we're putting those damage counters on, maybe stall our opponent some more, and so on. We're playing 2 Galarian Moltres for the Dire Flame Wings ability. Once during your turn, you may attach a Dark Energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. Very good to self-accelerate. Great alternate attacker with that Aura Burn doing 190 damage, and it can be useful late game. And then we've got 2 Crobat V here to recharge our hand up to 6 cards if needed. So the Weezing is providing us with some stall, with some annoyance, some disruption. We're also going to be playing 4 Crushing Hammers in here. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. A devastating disruptive effect if you do get the coin flip there. And then we're also playing 3 Galar Mines to increase the retreat cost of both active Pokemon by 2. So we can catch some of our opponents out in the active and just strand them there, make them commit resources to getting them out. So as far as other supporters and trainers that we're playing, we have 2 Energy Switch in here just for some of the tricks that we might be able to pull off with that Moltres V and the Dire Flame Wings. We're running 4 Great Balls to look at the top 7 cards of our deck. Grab a Pokemon that we find there. We got 4 Quick Balls to discard a card from our hand and search our deck for a basic Pokemon. We're playing 2 Switch to get out of active if we need to do so. We've got 2 Boss's Order to switch out one of our opponent's Pokemon with someone from the bench. 4 Marnie to shuffle hands and disrupt our opponent. Playing 2 Piers in here to search our deck for an energy card and dark Pokemon and put those into our hand. Can be very useful, maybe to grab out a Weezing, maybe to grab out a Crobat, obviously to get an energy. Can grab any Pokemon that we need from the deck at that point in time. 4 Professor's Research here to discard our hand and draw 7. And then we're playing 4 Hiding Energy. Gonna take away the retreat cost of all our Pokemon. Really great with the Galar Mine. And with just, we have some high retreat cost Pokemon. And then we're playing 6 basic Darkness Energies. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some games. We've got 1 quick one and then a couple a little bit longer ones. And we're gonna be showcasing the disruptive, heavy hitting power of this deck. We'll put the deck list down in the description below if you want to check it out. And we will see you after the matches. Going up against just a normal dude here. Coming in with the cute coin. Even know what they're in for. You get the... Oh, we're going... Yeah. We are going second. Perfect. We'll start with the coughing. And throw this Umbreon down on the bench. We play a lot of energy. Do have another hatred deck I was trying out. Opponent getting the double energy attaching. We flip heads on our first Crushing Hammer. Huge. Go ahead and throw the Sableye down on the bench. Let the opponent know that they are just in for a bad time. Opponent also going to be playing Galar Mines in their list. So our own stadium is going to be kind of worthless here. That's fine. We have the Hiding Energy to reduce our retreat cost to 0. Opponent Marnieing us. They don't even know that we wanted that. They cannot. It was good we flipped heads because they cannot knock us out this turn because our retreat cost is going to be 0. Because of that Hiding Energy. So we are going to get some damage counters on them, which is fantastic. Don't think that we need the VMAX right now. I'm going to hold the Marnie, I think. Potentially, we can replenish our hand with a Crobat. Or maybe we don't give them a good card to pull out. I'm gonna get a coughing out just so we can keep the lock going. If we need to, go ahead, play the severe poison. Bring them down to 270. Now, if they don't retreat, they're going to be coming back into our turn at 230 with 8 damage counters on them. Either way, they're going to need to retreat if they... Oh, I forgot about the max sleep. They're going to heal 30 off themselves, so they will come back to us with 5 damage counters on them. So we'll still be doing 310 damage. Opponent's pissed off. Hopefully, we're going to have to Hidden Energy off the Marnie. Play this Umbreon. Alright, so this guy's got 5 damage counters. So if my math is correct, do hit the energy. Go ahead and swing in for 310 damage. Taking 3 prize cards. Opponent scoops because they're so mad. They're seething. Go ahead and get into another match here. Gonna go up against Sour Honey. Up with her avatar, it looks like particularly pixelated. This, I know we have a bastion of you know, great graphics here, but it's standing out particularly to me as Noteworthy. Okay, so opponent looks like they're running Rapid Strike Malamar, so they can do some high damage of their own. Go ahead and throw down a Galar Mine here. And do we want a Crobat for 2? Not especially. Got a Marnie for next turn. Let's see. Unfortunately, our opponent's going to be able to get set up a little bit here. We do want that Weezing in play to just completely shut down their Rapid Strike search with the Octillery. Opponent using the Evo Incense here on turn 1, not knowing that they're going to get Marnied. Once it comes back, not sure what they're doing there. Scooping up the Inkay only to put it back down. To draw maybe like 2 extra cards or something. But if they drew that Remoraid and a Fog Crystal, that's not too bad. So they're definitely getting Marnied here. In fact, that's probably the first thing that we're going to do. We'll say goodbye to that Rapid Strike and Malamar for now. Don't hit the switch. Do hit a... Alright, we're going to throw down a Sableye with this. Damn. Look at that, we had a switch in there too. We're going to throw down the Sableye here. And we are now going to we're not going to Piers, we're going to get rid of that Piers. Now we're going to get this Crobat down. Try to hit a switch here. Really want to hit a... That's not going to do it. Now, do we have any options? See, now, if we had attached the Hiding Energy to the Umbreon, and that probably would have been, well, I don't know, we only have 2 Energy Switch. So what we're going to have to do here... We'll throw that in there, just so it's in there. And I think we're going to grab... Tell you what, why don't we just grab another Koffing for the time being. Sadly, this Umbreon is stuck in the active. At risk of getting knocked out next turn, but that's alright. Yeah. And we're not looking great. Totally honest with you, but currently, no way to replenish our hand. No way to draw more cards. No way to get this Umbreon out of the active. Opponent's going to start going off with abilities here. Making do to draw 2. It's another scoop up net gone from their deck. Great Ball, seeing a lot of play lately. Yeah, I should have attached that Hiding Energy, and then, but I was really, I don't know, I was hoping to play the Switch. We play more Switch outs than we do Energy Switch, I believe. With the Karina's Focus, getting back up to 6, getting 2 Malamars down, not getting anyone in play. We do top deck the Marnie, which is massive. Okay, now. Okay, now. Okay, now. Okay. Okay. Alright, so now what we're gonna do. Now we got our stadium bump, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Right. And now we're gonna go ahead and Marnie here. Of course, we draw the switch. Right, because we can just get that energy back later. And here's what else we're gonna do. We're gonna look for an Umbreon VMAX. Don't get it. We're gonna grab this out of the deck because I think we're gonna research next turn. Don't especially want it. We'll go ahead and ascend to this Weezing. Check out the deck again real quickly. Just see what we got in here. Only one more stadium. Fine. It's not really integral to our strategy. Like abilities are for our opponent. Malamar, revealing any number of Rapid Strike cards from your hand and doing 40 damage for each card you reveal in that way. Well, they're only going to need to throw out 4, but maybe they're in a dead hand and they cannot use any of these drawing abilities. Make do, discard a card from your hand and draw 2. Rapid Strike, search your deck for any Rapid Strike card and put it into your hand once per turn, which is absurd. If the opponent, 1, can get out of the active, 2, has 4 Rapid Strike cards in hand. Only have 3 cards in hand. Right, so we really want to VMAX the... maybe we should have left that on, actually. You really want to VMAX out this Malamar. Yeah, actually, we should. What are we doing? Should have just left that on. We could have just come in swanging. Another misplay here from Pepper T. We'll go ahead and just bring him out. Anyway. And, tell you what, we'll do that. Yeah, big misplay there, actually. Could have just knocked this Malamar out. Hopefully our opponent just has nothing, because we'll just start doing that next turn instead. But when we do that, once we take this Weezing out of the active, our opponent's going to be able to start taking some big hits on us. 2 cards from hand. So, actually going to get knocked out going into next turn, so we don't have to do anything quite yet. And we will, I think we have one more of these in the deck. I believe not exactly going to be needed. Now it's time to piss our opponent off. You're pissed off. Bye. We're gonna have to be mindful of cards. Can't really play any more research. I've played 3 already, so that makes sense. Opponent, Ordinary Rotting. Cards back into their deck, not able to do anything here. They're not happy about it either. I can tell you that it's certainly not going to Marnie them. Go ahead and grab a Weezing Energy. The deck, you're mad. You see what the abilities, our opponent just cannot do anything. They're really upset. Not even an energy for me to use this Crushing Hammer on. Where we keep that lock going as long as possible. Set up and ready here. With the opponent draw. Poor opponent. Are getting a little fodder, but no energy. And here we go. Not even having to do anything. Guess we could have put that on the Umbreon, but that's alright. Our opponent is not happy. But we are. Because we're pissed off. Oh no, okay, so we're going to get attacked here. Probably for just one. Yikes. Back into the deck. Go. And just to be a troll. Opponent is so mad they are seething. Opponent getting cute here. Opponent thinks they're real funny. And they just might be. We're now in a dangerous position. I won't lie. See what our opponent does. We have another Hiding Energy, I believe. Was messing with the list. This is going to be very sad. We're going to slow play it. Opponent only has 1 card left in the deck. So we have 3. So we're certainly very glad that we did not Marnie. Although we could have maybe decked them out, in fact, actually. In any case, we can make that same exact play on our next turn. Our opponent will draw 4 cards. They'll have nothing left. They're doing it to themselves. Matter. Opponent putting 2 cards into their hand. Also does not matter. And that is E. For us, we'll take the win on the deck out from our opponent. Opponent refusing to give us the last prize. We did 0 damage that entire game. That's something else. Okay. Alright. Opponent's so mad, they are seething. Let's go ahead and see if we can find one more match here. There is something to say about going second here, but we haven't. Starting off with the Sableye. Don't need to throw out this Galar Mine quite yet, so we'll hold on to it for now. Opponent playing, looks like Rapid Strike Urshifu. Could be a Rapid Strike box. That's a little popular right now. Certainly playing the Inteleon, so be great if we could get that Weezing into play here on our next turn. And I think to do so, oh yikes, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw the Galar Mine, and we are gonna research. Hope to hit a few cards here. Not really hitting any of them. We'll hit the Crushing Hammer with a Tails. We're gonna have to ditch this other. Okay, now. Wait, is this our? This is turn 3, so we can go ahead and evolve. We can go ahead and throw down a Moltres. Energy switch this onto the Weezing. Crobat for a full hand. Hit both the Hiding Energy and the switch. Throw down another Crushing Hammer, flip another Tails, that's fine. We'll keep this switch in hand. Go ahead. Dire Flame Wings. And Weird Poison to end the turn. Would have been real nice if we could have got one of those Crushing Hammers. Opponent evolving into the Drizzile anyway. They're weak to fighting here. Opponent going for the VMAX. We're going to be content probably to take the chip damage. We're only doing 250 right now. Probably leave this Weezing in the active if I have the opportunity to do so. Which opponent's going to need to hit like 2 switch cards here. Which there's one of them. And if they have a hard switch, they do. Okay, so goodbye to the Weezing. Now we have a decision to make. We're gonna be smacking for 250. Probably want to bring the Sableye in here, I think. Is that we can, yeah. Rather than let him sit here on the bench, potentially get sniped, go ahead and hit a Koffing. Very good. Dire Flame Wings. Why not? Do that now. And research. Crushing Hammer would be huge. And it is. Trying to think if it's worth getting another Sableye to play. I think it is. And luckily for us, there are 2 prized Sableyes. Go for 250 there. Could have an annoying play next turn for the opponent. Weezing into Piers. That would I would not be happy about that. Looks like they're trying to set up for some kind of G-Max Rapid Flow, it looks like, your opponent. Sableye and the Crobat. Do what they do. Opponent Marnieing goodbye to that Weezing Piers play. That is so sad. Hello to a Marnie of your own coming back at you on our turn. Well, that Pissimian going to be doing 30 additional bench damage to V Pokemon. If they get the energy, not going to be able to find, and they attached to the Pissimian for some strange reason, going for the Fling. We are going to be bringing out that we're going to be Umbreon VMAXing back that Urshifu. Opponent really trying to get cheeky here. Come to daddy. Tell you what, why don't we, should we give them another Crobat? They are not set up at all after we knock out this VMAX. No, let's just go ahead and Marnie. Throw down a Galar Mine, probably. Now a Crushing Hammer would be huge. And it is. Not hitting the fun Weezing play. No, instead we'll do 1,750 damage and take 3 prizes instead. Play we wanted to make was to get a Weezing out there, just do 40 damage and shut down all of our opponent's abilities this turn. But what we did was pretty sweet. Anyway, and we're in pretty good control here. Opponent can come in and do 150. Do our Sableye knock us out. Opponent not happy that this Koffing is here. I will probably go for the lock here and set up for a turn again. Make our opponent do something about it. We'll play the Piers. Hopefully one's in here. Last one. So I'll just grab that energy out of the deck. Obviously, we should have looked at what was in our deck. We didn't. Again, this 40 damage is significant. Alright, so next turn our opponent can actually take 3 prizes. So we either we might lose. Opponent gets the evolution off here, we're dead. Not gonna get it off of that. We're gonna force them to either have it or knock out this Weezing first, and we're gonna come back swinging in with our Moltres, I think. I mean, if they don't evolve, this guy's dead. And then we're really cooking. Looks like they don't have it. And, which is good for us. They switch out. Which is not good for us. It ain't great. But maybe we'll hit the boss here. We haven't played any. Could have easily checked to see if it was in our deck. We neglected to do such a thing. There's one in there. Can we thin out our hand here at all? Like that. See if we can draw it off these 2 cards. We do! Okay, so we're going to take the knockout here. This guy's got 4 damage counters, meaning that we're going to be doing 250 on it. Probably going to scoop after we do such a thing. Go ahead and attack with the Moltres. This feels like an aura burn type of maneuver. While our Sableye laughs on the bench. Ha 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 ha. There's the other boss. And that should just about do it. No way for our opponent to take 3 prizes on this turn. We have a boss in hand. Not disrupted by the opponent. Everybody doing their part in this matchup. Have to say. Opponent having at it, getting some abilities off. Let them have some fun. But maybe we should have attacked with the Sableye last turn if we could have. That way, I guess in case something happens to our Moltres here. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Not sure what exactly that might be, but you never know. right, and our opponent really desperate to knock out that Crobat. Not going to let him. Going to go ahead and order burn again for the last prize card and take the victory. I believe winning 3 in a row here. Our opponent's so mad they are seething. Okay, and that's gonna wrap us up for the video. If you made it this far, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, showcasing the disruptive and destructive nature of the deck versus 3 fairly meta decks: Leafeon, Rapid Strike Malamar, and Rapid Strike Urshifu. The deck list is below should you want to try out the deck for yourself, and we do have a few more PTCGO videos planned, so maybe keep an eye out for that. Thank you for joining us here on the Puzzles Network. Check out our weekly radio show over on Twitch, as well as some other Puzzles Network content that we will link down below, and we'll see you around. Until then, this is Pepper Tony signing off, and you are now aware.